Salute to all the diehards. This is Die Hard Giants Live, and I'm your man and your host. I am Jarrell on IG and Twitter. Giants are down 27-7 to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is our first drive in the third quarter. Around 9.5 minutes left. The Eagles went down on their first drive in the third quarter, scored a field goal. Yeah, it's looking pretty ugly, but we're not going to quit. You already know the resiliency of this group. Brian Daboll is a good coach. We might not have the talent that the Eagles have, but at least we're not going to quit, and we're marching down the field right now. I got my guy Eru in the chat. I mean, not in the chat. In the background. See if I can get my guy in here. Hold on. Eru, how the hell are you, bro?
I'm chilling, wiggling fingers and shit. I think we're gonna win this game, man.
Hey, if we win this game, it'll be a nice little comeback, and it'll be definitely something to talk about. Salute to Geraldine in the chat. My guy Kareem is in the chat too. Salute to you. Um, yeah, this is the Giants. You've been watching the game. Well, I'm talking to Geraldine and Kareem. I don't know if you guys have been watching the game all game, but yeah, it's been tough sledding since the start of the first whistle. Like they've been dominant towards us since the game started.
You know what's funny? They've been, like you said, that they've been dominating, but this drive, our wide receivers are showboating.
Right? Like we want to right down the field. It's crazy. Like I don't
Yeah,
even get it.
yeah, they just got a touchdown, and the guy he takes the football, he points it to the first down, like get the fuck
Yeah,
out
like you
of
stop it.
here.
Like I don't know if it's something in their defense that they're doing. Maybe it's a little softer coverage on our wide receivers. But yes, we are marching right down the field on them, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley. Well, let me get the stats in here too. Hold on, to share.
he hasn't had a big game yet in a several weeks, man.
But I kind of figured, even though I have Saquon Barkley in like 4 fantasy leagues, right? And I started him even though I didn't want to. Saquon Barkley is actually suffering a neck injury, so he's
Hmm.
been actually questionable all week. They didn't know if he was going to go up until like what an hour before kickoff time. So I actually think he's being a decoy a lot. He has 7 carries for 25 yards. I mean, he hasn't been that effective. And that's why Gary Brightwell, who's like our second or third running back on the depth chart, he's actually getting a little burn or a lot of burn, I should say, in this drive in the third quarter. Like he just got the ball just then, and he almost scored a touchdown. Like Saquon Barkley is hurt.
Yeah, excellent drive, man. This is a very very exciting drive. We haven't had one of these in a while.
Yep. Like Daniel Jones has still been Daniel Jones. I think if we had some wide receivers, Saquon healthy, and they actually protected us a little bit better. I actually think the play of Daniel Jones isn't the reason why we're getting blown out. Like it's not him. It's like everybody else. Like for one, we can't stop the Eagles from scoring at all.
Right.
Like our corners are depleted. We're down to like our fourth and fifth string cornerback of the season. And their wide receivers are top notch. They have like 2 Pro Bowl caliber wide receivers on the outside, and Jalen Hurts has been playing very, very well this year, and he might actually be in the MVP talks.
Yeah. They've had their share of drops too, passing wise. A lot of throws, passes thrown to them been dropped.
Yep,
But it's just the relentlessness of their offense coming at us, we just can't do nothing about it.
yep. Like we can't do anything on running or passing. Like it doesn't seem like we can stop them at all.
Yeah.
Defense can't stop a nosebleed right now.
I'm waiting for the touchdown because spoiler alert, we're about to get a touchdown.
Ah, okay.
It's gonna be a quarterback sneak, I think. Yep, quarterback sneak.
Nice. Daniel Jones, 1 yard. Quarterback sneak. Hopefully the extra point is going to be good, and it will be 27-14. So, don't get me wrong. We're still not out of the doghouse, but it looks a lot better than it did before. Let's just say that.
Yeah, man, two scores. You talking about? If he scored, what's the timestamp? 5:40.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. We got an uphill battle, man.
We need stops, man. We need some timely turnovers. That's what it's all about right now. It's not even about stopping them like on downs. Like they have it. I think they only punt it like maybe once or twice, if not at all. Like I have to see how many punts they have. But we need a turnover.
Yeah.
Like if we can't turn these guys over, this is a wrap.
Well, first quarter to second quarter, they scored once in the first, and they went crazy in the second, 17 points.
Hmm.
Third, 3 points in the third so far. So I mean, if the Giants can blank them in the fourth quarter and score two touchdowns, we win.
Yep. So we'll see. It's going to be tough sledding because the Eagles are a very good team. They've only lost one game.
Mhm.
They had a lot of tough, one possession games as wins this year. It's not like they've been blowing everybody out, but
Mhm.
yeah, the Eagles are really really tough. They are at this point of the season. Unfortunately, both them and Dallas are both Super Bowl contenders, which is killing me right now. Like I would hate for either one of them to win the Super Bowl, but at this point of the season, with their records and the opposition that they're going against in the NFC,
Mhm.
if the Eagles or Dallas, I'm putting them on. I'm putting the pressure on them too. If the Eagles or Dallas, if either one of them don't get to the Super Bowl, it should be a huge failure
Yeah.
in their organization. Like at this point in the season, like they're both really really good, and they might be the two best teams in the NFC, other than like San Fran, but their quarterback went down. I don't really, I don't really have any. I don't know what's the word. Let's just say I'm scared about the Vikings. Like I don't have any. I don't think the Vikings are going to go anywhere. Like as soon as they play a tough team in the playoffs, which they're definitely going to make the playoffs, but as soon as they play a tough team, I think they're going to be gone.
So who you got in the play in the Super Bowl?
Mm. Much as I
At
would hate
least.
to say that, you see, I don't want to see. I don't want to say the Eagles, especially since we're playing them right now.
Hmm.
But I actually think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. If San Francisco actually had a better quarterback, or Jimmy Garoppolo was actually playing, I might pick them. But as of right now, I would go with the Eagles to be in the Super Bowl. On the AFC side, is either going to be Buffalo or Kansas City. Either one of those.
Okay. I'm looking for something to put some money on, man. I need some money.
Yeah, at this point, because you got to think about last week, we tied Washington. This week, we're probably going to lose. Next week, we play Washington again, so that is a huge game. Like this game is big for us, but the next game after that, against Philly, is going to be even more important because I do think we play them the last game of the season. So because of that, they might actually rest their guys, and I don't want to say give us a win, but let's just say they might not even play all of their starters because they'll be going into a bye week. I guess it depends on how many losses they have, between now and then, but they could definitely be resting their players and could give us that game, and that game might actually propel us into the playoffs just because we tied Washington instead of losing. So,
Right.
yeah, the next game against Washington next week and the game against the Eagles at the end of the season, those are the two biggest games of the season for us. So we'll see. We'll see. Hold on. Let me get this off. Hold on. Kareem has said something. Let me put Kareem joint up here. He said, Jarrell, we are getting a lot of Giants hates down there in the Beagle. Oh, yes. Yeah, Kareem lives in PA too, just like I do. I'm like a good, let's just say I'm like a half an hour, 45 minutes from the Eagles Stadium. So I got next door neighbors that are both Eagles fans on both sides of my house. So let's just say when I go outside tomorrow morning, I'll probably hear it like in the morning if I see him in the morning.
Did they play football growing up?
No, no, they didn't play football. No,
Okay.
but they real big fans though. One of them is like an older couple. They real big Eagles fans, and one of them is like a couple like around our age or whatever. But he never played football back in the day, but he's a big Eagles fan too. Got like the flag outside and everything.
Okay. But they're not like what? How tall are you say you are? 6'5" and over 400 pounds? What the hell you say you are?
Yeah, I'm a good 6'4", 350 something. But yeah, they don't mess with me too much. Like it's like lightly
Like,
hearted
hey,
stuff.
hey now, like, hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
top notch.
Don't get me wrong. Like I'm in Eagles country, but yeah, people don't really mess with me like that. If that's what you're saying, no, not it's not nothing serious. It's all lighthearted jabs when it comes to me.
Definitely. Well, when it comes to you, I think I might have to get the baseball bat or something, man. I ain't gonna be doing no lighthearted jabs.
Yeah, I don't usually get the tough talk from Eagles fans. Don't get me wrong. Unless it's like a whole group, like a bunch of people,
Yeah.
that's when it's a little different. And like I'm like towards like in the city at least. But yeah, I'm like in like a suburban part of Pennsylvania outside of Philly, like a half an hour away from Center City. I'm in Marsville, right outside of Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Eagles, AJ Brown has been killing us because we don't have any corners, and he is a bona fide number one wide receiver in this league. It seems like he get anything that he want to, which is disheartening because of the weather. Like this is the type of weather it's supposed to be like a defensive, on the ground, running type of game, and they've been able to get anything on us in the air on a rainy day. Which is, you know what I'm saying? On a rainy, muddy day and shit, they actually,
Whipping our ass.
right. Matter of fact, let me go to their stats real quick. Let's see what they got. I ain't look at theirs at all. Jalen Hurts, 19 for 29. I actually thought he was doing better than that completion wise. That's actually not too good, but two touchdowns, almost 200 yards. Miles Sanders on the ground, 11 carries for over 70 yards. That's 6 yards a clip. Hurts has been killing us on the ground. He has over 50 yards. Their wide receivers, like I said, both Pro Bowl caliber. You know, we'll have both of them will have close to 100 yards or over 100 yards by the time the game is over.
Yeah.
So that's the type of talent that we're working with. Hold on, salute. I got booed at the Philly airport last week when I had a Giants hat on. That's what's up. I got booed one time. Some old lady booed me in the grocery store the other day because I had a Giants hat on.
That's
Not gonna lie,
amazing.
I had a Giant Scully on and she booed me. I'm not gonna lie, an old white lady too. She didn't care about how big I was. So
That's the
yeah,
beautiful thing about Philly. Philly still gets down like that. We don't do that no more in New York.
right. I respect the hell out of it. Like I respected that old lady, but when I say boo, it wasn't nothing crazy, and she laughed and said, "We're gonna kick your butt next week" or something like that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? Lighthearted stuff. I get like fan interactions with that, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's the
because
great
I
that's
don't.
the great thing about sports.
Maybe because I don't really go into the city that often. It'll be different if I actually went into like Center City, Philadelphia, with my hat on. It'll be a little different.
Yeah. So what is
Well,
this formation they got going here, man? Because I feel like they're like really, really tight to the line.
it's called a bunch formation,
Yeah.
and as long as you can do that as long as you have the right amount of people on the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So it's a bunch formation, just to and they know our corners can't tackle, so or our safeties are that good, so just swing it out to the outside. Like I said, they could pretty much get anything that they want almost.
They've been doing that play all game though. That what do you call it? Bunch formation?
Yeah,
That's cool.
because even on one of the touchdowns that they had, it was a touchdown because it was a 4th and 7, like in the like at midfield, they went for it, long touchdown to the right hand side, because our safety coming over took a bad angle with the ball in the air and touchdown. It was ridiculous. It was really really bad, and that was Julian Love, who's actually been playing pretty well for us this year, but like he's like the only starter in the defensive backfield, and he had the worst play of the game so far. So yeah, Jalen Hurts, like using his legs, we can't stop him. We don't have any contain on the outside. Kayvon Thibodeau and Ojolari did get pressure on Jalen Hurts a few times in the first half, but we have no answer for him running the ball.
We got no answer for nothing, man. This is a straight ass whooping here. Like we just need to get lucky with like a turnover or something like that. But
Yep. Like we
yeah,
can't stop them. Like our defense is so depleted. Like I don't. They might not punt for the rest of the game.
yeah. They're quality players too, because you can see just the way that they can take care of the basketball. I mean the basketball, the football.
Yep.
You know, he just like the quarterback there, number one. He just got the ball, tucked it in, and just ran straight through like nothing.
Like nothing. Jalen Hurts touchdown. It's about to be 34-14.
Wow.
Just ran right up the middle like it was nothing. Like it was nothing.
Yeah. Look at that. He just takes it, cuffs it, and just walks right in there.
Right. They just have a better team, man.
Look at that. Straight beeline right down the middle.
And who, if you see who gave up that play, look at number 48. That is Mr. Irrelevant from a few years ago. Former starting linebacker Tate Crowder, and he actually like this. Brian Dable has had a pretty good locker room so far. Like everybody loves him, but Tate Crowder for some reason last week, at the beginning of last week, said free him or whatever.
Oh
Like
God.
he's not getting playing time because he one of the rookies took his spot over.
Right.
So he's getting playing time now, and a
Get
touchdown
crap.
was ran right across his face because the guard just blocked him like he wasn't even there,
Cracked him. Cracked it right in half.
like he was not even there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tate Crowder should not be. He should be like on special teams, and that's it.
Yeah, man. That
I
guy, that guy on Tuesday, he's gonna wake up with a backache. Like, God damn, what the hell happened to me? You know,
and
cracked his ass right in half.
he's the guy talk about free him like he want playing time.
Yeah,
Like our linebacker core. I told you our linebackers, man. Our wide receivers and our linebackers. Like our linebackers is has to be the worst of the league, man.
yeah.
Jalen Smith, who we got off the street a few weeks ago, didn't even haven't even played with us all season. He is the leading tackler for linebackers on the squad right now. He's only played out of what this is week 14. He might have played around 8 or 9 games, and he's our leading tackler from the linebacker spot. We're really missing Xavier McKinney, who broke his hand like in the bye week from like a ATV accident or whatever. They just took the pins out of his hand earlier this week. He obviously wasn't going to play this week, but they don't know what he's going to do. Like he got the pins taken out of his hand. He broke his hand. He either can play with a club, they said, or it still might not be well enough for him to play at all. But they say he's been keeping up with his conditioning on the side. Like
Playing with a
so,
club. Imagine that shit.
yeah, you can wrap it up in like a heavy foam and actually play with that. They call it a club. You'll see a lot of linebackers and safeties for the most part use them. You don't see a lot of linemen use them because you have to use your hands so much. But linebackers and safeties sometimes use them. But let's just say you can't. You're playing with one hand. Like you can't grab, you can't do anything. Defensive backs like corners usually don't wear them because you got to press at the line of scrimmage, and you obviously hopefully catch the ball for an interception or a turnover or something like that, or rip the ball out. So a lot of players don't use them. But yeah, if you're like a linebacker and you're just doing a whole bunch of tackling, try not to do a lot of grabbing, you can use one.
Yeah, it sounds trash to me.
You
It's
right?
like that guy Pierre Paul, whatever his name was, and when it blew his hand off, he was
Yeah,
wearing like.
JPP. Yep, he was wearing a club for a while. So, and he was on the defensive line, and he was kind of whack because he was pretty much playing with one hand. You need your hands, especially
Yeah.
if you're playing by the line of scrimmage, man. You got to be able to grab and pull and do all that stuff.
Well, I need some money, man. So who you got to get against the San Francisco and the Tampa Bay Bucks, man? Who you got in that game?
See, that's tough, man. I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Who's at home?
Let me see. Not sure. Taking me forever to get there.
I would probably go with San Fran. I
Yeah, they
like the
was.
way I really like the way San Fran is playing right now. They just don't have a quarterback. Like they're on that third string quarterback,
Hmm.
who was another Mr. Relevant. Kind of crazy because I was talking about Tate Crowder. But their Mr. Irrelevant, I think, is from either last year or this year. I don't know if he's a rookie or not, but his last name is like Purdy or something like that. And he's a quarterback. I think he went to Iowa. You know, last pick of the draft, and he's going to be their starting quarterback going forward because both of their first and second string quarterbacks got hurt this year.
Damn.
Some people don't even carry three.
That's crazy.
Just like we don't have three. Like we had Davis Webb was our third string quarterback. I think he's on our practice squad, but we only carry two. We carry Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor. So imagine if both of them get hurt. Like the way we look now, imagine if our third string quarterback was out here.
It's crazy.
And then I probably would stop the show. I'd be like, nah, there's no show this week. We're going to lose. There's no point of commentating on this at all.
All right, I need two more, man. You got the Chargers and the Dolphins. What do you think about that game?
I'll go Dolphins with that. Chargers, they probably end up firing their coach.
Yeah.
They got like an all-world young quarterback there with weapons on the outside, a good running game, and they can't win games to save their life. And they got a good defense, and their coach is probably gonna get fired at the end of this year. At least I would. So I would go Dolphins. And they have a new coach over there, but say that again.
When the Chargers favored to to advance
Mm-hmm.
this year?
One of them, one of the like they said that the AFC West was supposed to be like one of the best. You know, could have been one of the best divisions in NFL history with the type of quarterbacks that they have. But Russell Wilson, who was with Denver, has had a lackluster year, and they've been sorry. The Chargers, they have an all-world quarterback, but they haven't been playing well. And the Raiders, you know, they off and on, they've been playing kind of sorry too.
Yeah.
Because it's been Kansas City, but team-wise and talent-wise, that is the most talented division in all of football. Like
What do you think
easily
about
too.
Seattle? What do you think about Seattle and the Panthers?
Oh, Seattle. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for the Panthers. It's probably Sam Darnoldson,
Right.
the one from they used to play for the Jets. Geno's been playing pretty well. Yeah, I'll pick the Seahawks from
All
there.
right, man. So I'm gonna cash up you like $20 if I win. Okay.
That's what's up. Oh man. So it's still 34-14. At least we still got the ball. It's 4 for 14. What are we doing? This a field goal? What are we doing? Punt? Oh, we're about to punt.
And they're praying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is happening? Yeah, so it's a punt. We need another punter too. Even though he has a good leg, this is like he had a huge faux pas earlier this game, and he had a couple of them this season. So we might go with a new punter starting next year.
All right, man. I'm putting my trust in you. Hopefully that some money here. I'll slide you $20 if I win.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hopefully your picks will come through. So how many fantasy football teams have you played this year? Did you play any?
Yeah, people say, yeah, I'm gonna send you a link. No, nobody sent me no damn link, man. So, I haven't played fantasy football, I want to say in like a long time. Like, cause I used to,
Really?
yeah, even though I wasn't really supporting the league, I was still playing. So I think I haven't played maybe like 2 years I haven't played.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's the see football. Well, I guess to me, because know so much about football, it's always came easy to me. Fantasy football. So
Yeah.
I used to win a lot. Like past couple of years, I haven't really won anything, but yeah, I used to win a lot depending on how many leagues I was in. Like at one point, I was at like in 10 leagues, and then that's a little bit too much. I scaled it down now.
Yeah.
Like I'm only in like 4.
But football is fun though, man. It's just like I'm playing like this what do you call it? Walking Dead game. I can't stop playing, but that's how fantasy football is to me. You know, it's
You
like I
playing
can't stop clicking. I'm like clicking away and just messing around with stats.
what Walking Dead game you playing
What's it called? It's called Walking Dead Survivors.
on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, them games that get you, man. That's one show that me and wifey used to watch, and we kind of fell off. Like we missed like the last like 3 seasons, I
Yeah.
think, and it just ended. I think.
Yeah, same here, man. Because I mean, once Negan popped off and started killing cats, and then I
Yeah,
was like, man, this shit is really dire. Like, come on, man. It's like,
it,
no, what's the entertainment value in this?
right. I actually liked the Negan part. It was after that. Like I think 2 seasons after that is when I dropped off. But I definitely saw the Negan part. I knew about the comic books, so even though I wasn't a comic book reader for them, I knew it was going to happen just because all the spoilers and stuff. I knew Negan was coming.
Yeah,
So, but like after that, when everything changed, that's when I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like this, they start getting in like other communities and stuff,
yeah,
and building their own stuff. They're like, "What is this?" And the story is trash now. And then Rick was gone. Like, did you get to the point that Rick was gone?
yeah. Rick had left and all that. Yeah, by that time.
Yeah, that's where we dropped off. I was like, "Oh, Rick ain't here. We out." Like if Rick ain't there, I ain't there. But
Yeah, there was one part of I forgot what season it was where I think Negan had one of the guys in a closet for like 3 episodes, and it was like, God damn, like like how could like we just couldn't take it no more. It was like we were just watching like slow death happen in front of us.
right in the compound, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. Like, what is going on here? Like, is it like that in the storybooks? Like, it made like a complete left. It went
yeah.
from it's kind of crazy because we supposed to be talking football. We talking Walking Dead, but
We getting our ass whooped right now.
we could talk about the Knicks soon because they play today and we down 20. So we definitely go talk about the Knicks. But the Walking Dead, it was like okay, before you could seem like you could barely find humans, right? You could barely find anybody. Now all of a sudden, it's like whole communities that's popping up and they all got their own rules and the way that they do things and one of the communities was just killing people just to eat them, was like a cannibal community. Remember that?
Yeah,
Like, I was like, what is happening? I guess because I didn't read the comic books, so I didn't know what was going on. So I was like,
yep.
this is ridiculous.
You think that's ridiculous? The comic books was so violent. It was unbelievable.
I
Like
heard.
yeah, like they switched a couple of storylines around just I guess for TV. But Michonne's character went through a lot, man. I don't know if you remember. It was during the governor time when he had people tied up to that barbershop chair.
Yeah.
You remember, I don't know if you remember that, but it was supposed to be Michonne in the barbershop chair getting tortured, and raped and tortured over and over and over. It was showing that shit in the comic book,
Well,
so
hold on. Cream said, I'm tripping. Oh, I got to get back to it then. He said it got so much better.
okay.
Okay, so it got better because I know it just ended. Like I saw on Twitter that it just ended, but I definitely missed like the last like 3 seasons. It said Rick got a spinoff. I did not know that. I got to check that out. Hey, Tony's in the place, man. Nicks and bruises, man. Yo, black as time. Salute Tone, man.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely salute to him. Yeah, I heard it got better too, but like more like comic bookish now because they were ending it, so they started throwing a bunch of characters in there, characters from the comics that they should have been put in the show. They
Right.
just started throwing everybody in there, so now it's like kind of comic bookish now, superhero-ish.
Yo, it's crazy. Like I don't know, their punter got hurt, but the Eagles kicker just punted the ball for some reason.
Hmm.
Like they whooping our ass so bad that they got other people doing different positions. Like I don't know, the punter got hurt because we're like me and Eru are actually watching the game in the background on mute, so I can't hear what's going on. I just know their kicker just punted the ball for some reason. Like what happened to their punter?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tone said Negan is one of the best villains of all time. Yo, Negan, when he first came in, that first episode, he knocked them heads off, man. That was just in case I don't want to have too many spoilers, just in case a lot of people didn't see it. But let's just say Negan was the man at first. I like Negan at first.
Yeah, he was like the perfect casting for that. See that dude is so charismatic and stuff.
Yep,
He's like perfect.
yep. That was good. So when I dropped off, it's probably like around where I think that the season after Rick left.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
Rick left, and then I think me and wifey saw that whole next season, and then we dropped off. So we got to go back to it.
can you since we're talking about Walking Dead, can you think about like the most graphicest or like most shocking scene that you could think? I got one in my head.
In
I
The
can't think of the
Walking
character's
Dead, is usually like the most gruesome stuff usually happens to the off characters. If
name.
you don't know, it's not usually the main characters. So what you thinking? Which one you
Well,
thinking?
Well, from like era to era, they've had like they were like main characters. Like a lot of these guys were main characters.
Yeah.
So do you remember? I forgot where they were, but they were like in the city, I believe. So they were like in like a hospital, if I'm not mistaken. And
Hmm.
then one of the character's sister blew her head off. You remember that?
No.
Like the baby sister like walked like blew her head off. I'm trying to. It
Like
was in.
how? What was the context though? Like what? How did she do that?
I can't remember. Let me. I'm trying to find it now.
I was about to say she did it on purpose. Like she just shot herself in that. Like I don't remember that. I remember what's name got ate up. Uh,
Beth.
Beth.
Remember
Oh,
Beth?
Beth. I forgot how
Yeah.
Beth died.
They were in the hospital or something. I forgot what happened, but something happened and she got her head blown off. That was crazy.
I remember when everybody hates Chris. When
Yeah,
his death, that was
that-
crazy too,
yeah,
because he was like caught in like a, I don't know, it was like a doorway or something. I forgot.
yeah.
It's
The
so
revolving
vague,
door.
but yeah, it was a revolving door. He got ate in there, like he was trapped in there, and they got him.
He didn't get ate, man. He fucking blew up because they were pressing him against the glass so hard that his body blew up inside the thing.
That's what
That
it
was crazy.
was. I don't
Yeah,
remember, but that was crazy. I remember that death.
yeah, that was nuts.
But yeah, the most gruesome deaths. I guess you got to think about Negan and the stuff that
With
how,
Lucille.
yeah, Lucille. Those deaths was pretty shocking. It's especially because who it was, and we just thought it was going to be one. Like they switched it up from the comics, even though I didn't read the comics. I knew who. Like spoiler stuff. I knew who got beat in the comics. So
Yeah.
in real life, when on the show, and it actually ended up being two people. Yeah, that fucked me up. I was like, oh god, I was like, yo, this is the best show ever, yo. Like, yeah, that was dope. Like, that was a very very dope episode.
You know what's ill too? The guy that played what's his name? Dr. Dre. He was actually in The Walking Dead, but he left The
Yeah,
Walking Dead.
he just disappeared, fam. And remember I told you I dropped off, so I just know when we left, he was still just like in the wind somewhere. Don't nobody know where he went, and he never came back. So just he was just presumed dead or something.
Yeah. He
So
went on to
that
start
makes
the
sense.
NWA.
And the crazy part, I think he was Dr. Dre before that. So he went from being Dr. Dre to being like an extra on The Walking Dead. Well, I
Yeah.
don't want to say extra because he had lines and stuff. Yeah, Tony said Glenn's death was the sickest. Yep, Glenn and the other dude, Abraham. Remember he had knocked both of their heads off that day.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a couple crazy ones, man. Very dramatic.
Yeah, Beth got shot in the hospital by the lady cop. I remember that. Salute to Andy from Poland. Salute, salute, salute. Andy caught in a snowstorm. He said he had a snowstorm in the middle of last night. He woke up to like 15 inches of snow.
Yeah, but then the joke of that is he lives in Poland, so I mean,
Right. In
uh,
December. He said like the officials was like it caught him off guard in December that it snowed in Poland.
he lived right next to St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas and Jack Frost and all those motherfuckers, they all live right next to Poland.
Wait, hold on. So Dr. Dre, see, look, we ain't even talk about the game no more. Kareem said Dr. Dre's supposed to be in the Rick spinoff. See, I gotta catch up, man. I don't know nothing about that Rick spinoff. I just know he was supposed to be blowed up, and I know he wasn't, dead or anything. And everybody else thought he was dead, but I knew he had went off somewhere.
So what the hell, man? He left the show because like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get typecast. I want to have a great career, move on, and do other things. And then he comes back because he can't get a job, and now he got a spinoff.
You talk about Rick? I think it
Yeah.
was supposed to be like I don't know if plans fell through, but I think he was supposed to get a spinoff. It was supposed to be a movie.
Mm.
Like I think The Walking Dead was supposed to have a movie with Rick being like the main character, how he
Hmm.
broke off from the group, and it was supposed to be like something like a spinoff like that. I thought it was supposed to be a movie, but I don't know if plans fell through or what because I ain't seen him in nothing since. Like you
Oh, it's
said,
called Rick and Michonne.
is it? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Remember at
see.
one point they had a relationship. They were like sleeping together.
Yeah. I got to there.
Yeah.
But at that point, remember I stopped after he got missing, so I was
Right.
at the point that she's still grieving Brick. Like I think I got the whole through the whole season after he left, so I forgot exactly where I went off at.
Yeah. Crazy ass show, man.
Whoa, Andy said 15 to 20 inches of snow. Damn, yeah, that's too much for me. I'm too old for that. Even though I still got to go out there with the shovel. Yeah, I'd hate that.
Yeah, I hate the shovels. New York is different because we're in the city, so but we still got to go places. So it still snows heavy like that here. So you got to get out there and shovel your car out, from work. Like if you
Right,
park your car at work somewhere and it snows,
right.
you got to be out there shoveling your car out.
Look, Andy said on a damn Sunday. Like, right? Like on a Sunday. Supposed to be the chill day, man.
Yeah, the Giants about to score.
I said, spoiler alert, the final episode reveals Rick's whereabouts with Michonne. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I can see that. So that's what that would make sense with the Rick and Michonne like movie spinoff or whatever. Because I was under the impression, they weren't together where I left off at. So I gotta catch up, man. I think I'm down like 2 or 3 seasons me and wifey missed. Because they kept going. We just dropped off though. Like we used to watch like the spinoff a little bit too. What was the other one? The one on the West
Fear the
Coast.
Walking Dead.
Say that again.
Was that Fear? Fear the Walking Dead?
Yeah, yeah. Like we couldn't really get into that though. Like I think we saw like the first season and that's it.
Yeah. They,
So
they they tried to connect it too, right? They had that other guy on the show.
yeah, the black dude. I forgot his name. He was dope though, but yeah, like we weren't going to the Fear of the Walking Dead just because he went over there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
Morgan.
yeah,
That's his name.
Morgan. That's his name. Yeah, we used to like him because he was one of them dudes that was there, and then dropped off, and then they found him like years later. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, he's like a ninja. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all of a sudden he turned into freaking like old man Logan and shit. Like he's
Yeah,
like,
because at first, like he was one of them dudes that obviously lost his wife to the zombies, and then he ended up, losing his son. And I think they just left him. He was like a nomad for like 2 or 3 years, and they found him with like a trench coat and like a staff whooping people ass. Like all of a sudden, he was like Gambit and just
yeah, just Gambit for real. Like,
walking around with a trench coat whooping people ass, man.
but then something else happened to him too. They lost him again, and they came back, and now he's like half human, half zombie.
I don't know, man. What? No. Like,
Yeah, I
see,
think he
I was
came.
supposed to see. I didn't see that part.
But he's like walking with the zombies, and his eyes are like half zombie, half human, and walking with them.
Bruh, that's crazy. Matter of fact, speaking of that, I think when me and wifey dropped off, it was with the people. I remember the people like their whole mo. They was living like the zombies.
Yes.
They was
The
living like them, so they actually be safe because the zombies thought they were zombies too.
yeah,
Like that's how well they was among them, or something like that.
yeah. I think they call it whisperers or something like that.
Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense because everybody thought that they were actually zombies. Like, yo, they not zombies, they alive, yo. Because you could tell by the way they move.
Yeah,
But they
crazy
was
ass show.
walking slow and dragging their feet just like with the rest of the herd and whatever. Like they was living with the herd of zombies. That's crazy.
Yeah. My man, what's his name? Opie. Opie was the leader of those guys from what do you call Sons of Anarchy. Opie.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
the leader of them.
Yeah, salute to him. He do see you gonna get a whole bunch of blurred talk with me and Eru talking about it. Like I know for a fact that he's actually in the new God of War.
Yeah, I
He
think
he
he's playing.
plays Thor in the new God of War video game.
Yeah. Did you play it yet? The new God of War?
No, I'm waiting for Christmas. I beat the last one though.
Yeah, the last one was fun.
And I'm actually playing the last one over with my daughter just because when Christmas time comes, that's when I'm gonna start playing the new one.
Yeah, I've been playing that game. I was so addicted to it where I was just stuck that I was playing and I forgot that my kids were there. So my kids are 6 and 8, so they saw a lot of violence and shit. I'm like, guys
Yeah.
getting their spine ripped out and all kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
But you could take some of the violence off. Like it won't show blood. You know, they still show like the spine get ripped out and all the stuff like that. But you could take it off like, you know, blood. Like you cut somebody's head off, but no blood splatters and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
my daughter is 12 now, so when it came out, she was like around 8.
yeah,
So I didn't let her see it. My son, who was 2 years younger, he was 6 at the time. He would say like he wouldn't know what God of War is and Kratos and stuff, but yeah, I didn't let him watch that. So I had you know had to had them go in their rooms. But now it's 4 years later, so
yeah,
now I'm actually replaying it, and both of them are actually watching me replay it though.
yeah.
So it's
My
all
kids are
good
pretty
now.
young. I think the oldest one was like, "Damn!" Like she was having like, "Damn!" Like, like that.
He's
You
just
get
chopping
mad
up
at him.
people with an axe for like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Man, some blades with chains on them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it be, man. But you know, you teach them. Like all this is fake. It's video games.
Yeah, I understood that. But it was like we was playing, that one guy that you just gotta you keep whipping his ass. I've been whipping his ass for like the whole game. Like it
Hmm.
was like the first fight, that
Right,
we
right,
had.
right.
And then he ends
Yep,
up being like the end guy too.
yep.
So like they was like, man, how many times you gonna chop him with that axe? That's the same guy.
Because not only you fight him the first fight. I think you fight him like two times during the quest, and you fight him the last time. Like you said, he's the last guy you fight too.
Yeah,
He's one of the dudes that can't die.
yeah.
So now it actually picks up like 3 years. Like so, but did you beat it? You beat the game, the first one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so since you beat it, yeah, the new one picks up 3 years later. His son is actually older. Like they actually aged him up. He's like 15, so he does different stuff, and he's a playable character in the game now. Like it's gonna be dope, man. I already got mad spoilers for that too. I already did mad research on that. I just didn't play it yet.
Yeah, I don't want any research. Because I mean, for me, like the surprises, fighting against Thor's kids and stuff like that, that was great in the first one.
Right,
I
right,
managed to
right,
stay away from all those spoilers when I was playing it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, see now I messed around. I know all the spoilers. Like I know exactly what's going to happen. I don't know when though, and all the places that it's going to happen, but I do know what's going to happen.
yeah. I know we're gonna fight Thor, so my kids are like, "Oh man, you're gonna fight Thor? Oh wow, we gotta watch, we gotta see that." So they can't wait to see it.
Hmm.
I just beat it not long ago though. Did like this summer I think I beat it when I broke my toe.
Oh really? I just beat. Matter of fact, I just beat it again for the second time. Like I said, having my kids watch it again. But now I'm just going around like killing Valkyries and stuff. Like I just went through the story real quick just so my daughter could know, what the story was. But so now I'm just doing all the side stuff like the Valkyries and all that.
Yeah, I'm tired of them damn Valkyries, man. So I just gave it up. I deleted the game off the thing. Said the hell with it.
Andy said, "What's the name of the main character of God of War?" That would be Kratos.
Yeah, God of War.
Kratos, and his son is Atreus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
before,
like accurate, to the whole guards and stuff.
yep, it's actually pretty dope. I like the fact that they actually age all the characters 3 years from the new game too. Like
Yeah,
Atreus is 12, so imagine what a 12-year-old can do when you're walking around fighting zombies and monsters and stuff compared to how he is when he's 15.
right.
So obviously he's a lot better at what he does and, a lot more mature and stuff like that. Like it's a difference in the dialogue and everything.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
Because
it's
that
pretty
is
dope.
true. Like if you're in the store and you get into an argument with somebody and you got your 12-year old's like, like kind of scared a little bit. But a 15 is like, man, fuck that dude,
Right.
man. That's kick his ass, man. Fuck.
Exactly. It's completely different maturity level between 12 and 15 and they actually it's like I didn't play the game yet, the new one yet, but it makes it seem like from the spoilers that I know about and some of the stuff that I've seen, like they really did a really good job writing. Like it's really like a movie.
Yeah,
God of War is definitely like a movie, like when you're playing it.
yeah. That's what you expect out of these games, man. Like like when you play it, and it's like as soon as you play in the game, you already know automatically if it's gonna be good or not.
Right.
Like the story and just the gameplay and stuff like that. So if like I can't even get through like the first couple acts if the game is not good like that. I'll
Exactly.
just get rid of it. But
Like in
God
the
of War, as soon as you push play on that thing, it's like woo! It's like it
yep.
don't stop.
And you'll be playing for like a whole hour. Like you said, you had to fight the dude, right? I forgot his name. Start with a B. Boulder or something like that. Whatever. You beat
Yeah.
him, right?
Mhm.
But that's just the first part, the intro of the game.
Right.
Like one of the hardest fights that you can, you don't really know what you're doing because you're just starting out, and they'll show you have the prompts and stuff of what to do. But yeah, that's a really big fight, and all of a sudden, like the God of War, like the credits will come up after playing it for like an hour.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Like that was just the intro, motherfuckers. Like we about to get loose now.
Yeah, that was a hard ass fight too. That dude would not stop, and you had to like learn all the combos right now. Like
Yep,
it's just push play.
yep. They just throw you right in there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was dope, man.
Yeah.
Andy said that Kratos and his son can handle that snow. He said his side is sore. That's what's up, man. I know we gonna have to go through it too. We don't get snow like Poland, obviously, but yeah, we get a little foot of snow every now and again. I hate it.
But I mean, he's in Poland, so he's getting that movie snow. You know, that fluffy,
Right,
powdery
right,
goodness.
right. We getting the nasty yellow, brown, black snow. Like it's
Yeah,
only
it
gonna
could
be
be the sky
it's on,
black.
right. It's only gonna be nice for like a good hour or two until cars start running over it.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
yeah. Until the people start walking their dogs and leaving shit and piss stains all over the place.
Man, like our game is so bad. They went to depending on where you're watching from. They actually flexed our game out and started playing Dallas and Houston.
Damn.
Like Fox, depending on where you at. But I got it. I actually got us in the background. I got us on the Philly channel, so they're not gonna flex us out.
Okay.
At least I think I do.
I'm looking at some pictures here. Leo Valentin just posted what do you call it? Jadakiss with a Jets uniform jersey on.
Yeah, Jada's a Jets fan, unfortunately, but it's all good. Still
And then
one
my
of my
man
favorite rappers.
Zelda.
Wow, we gotta get Lee on the show, man. What the hell is he doing on Sundays? Like, what are you doing now? Hit him. We ain't got we don't got nothing to talk
Hit him with the
about.
link, right? Just
Hey yo, hit this link and just tell some jokes real quick, cause we down 20. Ah man, Lee is my guy. Very, very good comedian, Leo Valentin. Look at this. They scored again, yo. See, give Lee the link, please.
41.
Give Lee the link, man. It's about to be 41-14, man. That's why we up there talking, giving a Walking Dead synopsis. I didn't even finish the series. We spent like 40. We spent like 20 minutes on the Walking Dead. I didn't even finish it yet.
Yeah, we literally could have just watched the Walking Dead like recap video or something instead of watching this 40 to
Exactly.
14.
This ain't nothing. We look like the Walking Dead.
Yeah. I mean, we're 7-4-1, right? So I mean, it could have been worse. We could be finishing this game 7-6. You know?
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
7-5 is not so bad.
7-5, like that tie. Even though I hated the tie,
Hmm.
being a football player, you hate ties, man. I would rather. You don't want to. I know it's cool to say I would rather lose,
Hmm.
but yeah, like you know, from the outside looking in, a tie is definitely helps us out a lot more than if we would have lost that game last week. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of knew the Eagles are like ahead of our class, man. Like the only thing that I could say um, we might take the I don't want to say sweep. What's the opposite of sweep? So we might take a game from them, the last game of the season, just because they might be resting their players.
Right.
Especially if they only got one loss. Like I wouldn't play any of my guys if it's the last week of the season just because of injury. I don't want to. I know it's a rivalry game, and I would want to take the get the Giants out of the playoffs if I was Philly.
Hmm.
But I'm all for resting players at the end of the season. If you already know that you're like locked into a first seed, like there's no
But
reason.
if they rest guys, man, their second tier players are better than our players.
Some of them, yeah, depending on where you at, like they still could beat us.
Yeah.
Maybe not if they put like their backup quarterback in like all game, But yeah, if it's just I don't know, say if it was Hurts and a whole bunch of their backup wide receivers and stuff, yeah, it'd be not the same outcome, but yeah, we'll still lose.
And they gotta
Ob
be careful, man, with
yeah,
that snow.
yeah, OBJ is he's still a free agent. He hasn't signed with anywhere. And plus, if he did sign with us, a lot of people have to realize that OBJ is hurt. Like he was injured. Oh, they got Tyrod Taylor in the game now. It's garbage time now. The game is pretty much over. So the Giants have conceded. I don't think Daniel Jones is hurt or anything, and isn't the reason why we're losing the game. So I think they just taking him out of the game because of injury. I don't think.
He fumbles it right off the bat.
And then
Dang.
Tyrod Taylor fumbles it like the first snap of his. You know, that's why he doesn't play. Because and plus that's one of the reasons why Daniel Jones is out of the game because you see as soon as he hiked the ball, he got hit. Like we can't protect our starting quarterback right now, so they just took him out of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm quite sure a lot of people was like, "Yeah, thank God Daniel Jones out the game. Put Tyler. I've been trying to tell you to put
Yeah, all
Tyler
right.
Taylor in there." He gets in there and
Yeah,
fumble.
they took the tackles out too. Like Andrew Thomas wasn't the one who gave up that sack. Pert did, and he's a backup tackle. So
Yeah.
yeah, they pulled the starters. So yeah, OBJ is hurt, man. He got ACL tear in the Super Bowl, so that was early February. So don't expect, even if we did sign him, don't expect him to play this year.
Yeah.
I want OBJ because if you look at the free agent class next year, he will probably be a top five, if not top two or three wide receivers on the list. So I want him because we can actually have a head start on free agency.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
That's why. It's not because of this year. Like I don't expect us to do anything this year.
Then just family stuff too. Like, he got the baby and stuff. Like, we talked about that last time.
Yep.
Like he could get himself settled, get the kid ready, the wife and everybody settled, you know, and then he
Right.
could just plant roots in the ground with his family,
Yep.
and then the Giants are building, so he can be a part of something special too if he come on. Great story
Exactly.
too.
Great story. If he signs with, I think the other two teams are Dallas and the Bills. Yeah, he could sign with them. The wide receiver room, obviously, he won't be the man. He'll probably be like the, you know, third wide receiver on in both rooms. You know, and plus he still might not play for them either. Like it all depends on even if they did go deep into the playoffs. Like say if either team went to the Super Bowl, he might play in that game if that makes sense. But
Right.
other than that, he probably won't play.
Yeah. Then another thing too is like he's up in age as well. So I mean, like, if he goes to let's say if he goes to the Cowboys this year, it's not guaranteed they're gonna keep him for next year or whatever. He might not get that multi-year contract. Then if
Exactly.
that say if that was to happen, then he's gonna be tasked with trying to find another team next year too. So you know,
Exactly. And they about to score again that quick.
yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
that's gonna look ugly, man. So what is it? 49? It's gonna be like what 48?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Throw in the damn towel.
Oh, one good thing out of this, the Houston Texans, who are 1-10-1. Remember I told you it was a game that somebody else had a tie?
Yeah.
It was the Texans, and I think it might have been the first or second week. So it was another
Don't tell me
tie.
they beaten the Cowboys.
They are beating the Cowboys. Yes, they are. And they are 1-10-1. They have one win on the whole season.
Good
So
lord.
that's why I tell people any given Sunday. Like it doesn't really like even with this game, right? I didn't think we were gonna win this game. But
Right.
if we would have won, I wouldn't have been like totally shocked like it couldn't happen. Like you just predict games through talent and stuff like that. But yeah, we definitely had a chance to win this game if things would have happened
Yo,
a certain
they're
way.
up. They're up 23 to 20, right on the goal line right now.
Yep. And if I was them, I would not kick a field goal. I would punch it in. I would try to get that touchdown.
Sheesh. Yeah, yeah. So there goes my $20. You ain't getting shit today,
Ah,
bro.
man. Well,
I
oh, so
swear.
because you bet on the Cowboys? I ain't tell
Yes.
you to bet. Yeah, I ain't tell you to play that. I ain't tell you to pick no damn Cowboys, yo.
Yeah, but I mean, who would think that the Texans will beat them? Like, but like we say,
Right.
any given Sunday, right?
Any given Sunday. So I'm looking at our game and their game. Yeah, the Eagles just scored again. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Again, so then it might be 48-14. I'm about to take our. But nah, because at the end of the stream, I'm gonna go over the stats real quick, just because I don't want to
So
be.
the Texans went for it, and then they lost it.
Oh, did
They
they?
didn't go for the field goal. They went for the touchdown. They lost it. So now it's a TV timeout, and the Dallas Cowboys got the ball now.
Like on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. Hopefully, it's a safety. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like it's a fumble snap on the 1 yard line. They get a safety or something.
Yeah. They literally on the 2 yard line.
Oh, I'm way behind you then. Yeah, I'm way behind because I'm just watching the fourth down play,
Okay.
which was yo. See, that's why they 1-10. Did you see the? I don't know if you saw the play. Did you see the play?
Nah, I'm just watching the
You
box
just
score.
watching the box score. I just actually saw the fourth down play that the Texas ran, and you could tell why they're 1-10-1.
Yeah.
It was a really dumb play. It made no sense, and I think they might have messed. It was so bad that it looked like it was a mess up. Like it was bad.
Sheesh. That's revenge though, because I'm looking at another highlight where the Texans stopped the Cowboys on the goal line as well,
Oh,
like
did
earlier
they?
in the game.
Okay. Well, yeah. Now we're just pretty much just rooting for the Cowboys to lose.
You want to put that game on instead of this one?
I'm about to say I might. Yeah, hold on.
48-14. Golly.
Yeah.
Like we know it was gonna be an ass whooping, man, but I mean 48. I mean 48 is about right compared to what they've been getting, 35 points, kind of like sometimes throughout the season. So I mean 48 against us kind of like, it makes sense.
Right. Hold on. Now I'm acting like I'm gonna stop sharing this, right? But
Mhm.
I'm gonna put on another game. Why act like I can't even? Boo boop doo.
Yeah, so I'm definitely like as I'm talking to you, I can feel it. I feel like I'm getting sick. Like I can
Really?
feel it. The same. Not as bad as like the last time, but I could definitely feel it in my sinuses, my I can
Damn.
definitely feel something's happening.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Everybody getting sick. Like my son is sick now. You said your little man's was sick.
Yeah. It sucks though, because you always get sick on your day off, and then you rest your whole 2 days, don't do shit, and then go back to work, and then
Right.
that's how it goes.
Here you go. Hold on. Let me got us sharing. Got us looking at the Dallas game now.
The Bills took control of that Jets game. I thought the Jets were gonna
Did they? I haven't been paying attention to that game at all. Like who was winning?
well they had made like a couple good defensive plays against them.
Hmm.
I think what's his name got sacked.
Oh, you know what? We can watch. You know what? Let me put it on Red Zone.
Yeah. You might need to turn that sound off though.
I
That's
thought I turned it off. They can't hear it. Oh, you can hear it on your end. Okay, I got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
They couldn't hear it on ours though. Hold on. Let me
I got it though. It turned off.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on Red Zone.
Okay.
So then I'll go back and forth. We could talk about multiple games. I don't care. Yeah, the end of our game is going to be 48-14. If they score again, I'm going to throw something. There's only 2 minutes left, bro.
Be nice if the Giants win, just so it won't be such a bad differential.
Right. Hold on. Let me,
Yeah, man. Like these apps are crazy because I'm watching the game on the screen, whatever you got on the screen, but then I just have Bleacher Report, the live stats, the live game going on, so I could read, each play as it happens, so it feels like I'm watching, and then
That's
I can see
crazy.
the yeah, I can see it advancing, the ball advancing up,
The
whatever.
technology, the technology has come a long way. Yeah, Buffalo is up 20-9.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, so I got us on red zone now.
yeah. The, the illest thing, man, is those lines. We say that every week. Those yellow lines and the blue lines on the field. That is
Yep,
awesome.
yep. I keep telling people like when you go to a game live, you just gonna be sitting there cold as hell watching a whole bunch of people run in like you know the snowy weather while you're sitting in the snow and you're
Yeah,
all the way up top. Like unless you got some real good seats, like I'd rather be here in the comfort of my own home. Like there ain't no lines out there. You miss like half of the game when you go to a live football game.
yeah,
Like there's no commentary, obviously. There's no
yeah,
line showing you where the first down is. None of that stuff. Like you
yeah.
up high, you pretty much like you ass out when it came to the actual information of the game. That's what I said last time. A lot of people have headphones on, and you're listening to it on the radio, just
Yeah.
so you can actually hear about the game.
Yeah, you got to meet the red zone thing.
Oh damn! There we go.
Yeah, because I can hear the young lady. She's like whining in my ears. Wah, wah, wah.
My bad. But the crazy part is that tab is muted though, but you can still hear it when you share it on StreamYard through StreamYard. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's off now though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so Dak is marching down the field though.
Yeah.
Dallas might
Yeah.
bring that, come away with
This
this.
this might sound like blasphemous though, but he's been hurt so many years. Big time season-ending injuries and stuff. So if they can win the Super Bowl, that would be so much. It would be good for him. Just for like a release. For his
Who
when he
Dak?
yeah, for all the bad luck he's had.
Yeah, see, that's when your human side comes out. Like you're a good human being, Ebru. I hope he never wins anything in his life. Like, what are you talking about? He plays for the Cowboys, man. I hope they never win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah, I get it, I get it. But I mean, I'm a sucker for good stories. That's why I like to get an OB back. I mean OBJ back and stuff. That would be great.
And he said you'll miss like 3/4 of the game because you'll be in the hot dog line. Getting them glizzies. You got any veggie glizzies? Give me 3 of those.
Forget about that. If they ever start selling vegetarian hot dogs and stuff like that, man, I'll be going crazy.
Right?
But the food stuff in the games, man, especially like the Knicks, man, going to the Knicks games, I think I spent like more money in the fucking arena getting drinks and then I wasn't even drinking. I was just buying drinks for other people and then getting
Mm-hmm.
food for myself. I like doubled the ticket.
Damn. See? Nah. No, yo, Dallas went right down the field from the 1 yard line, like straight down the field.
Yeah,
They are on their 4 yard line on the other person's 4 yard line. They went almost 100 yards. That quick.
yeah,
Terrible.
yeah, man. Give me my money.
See,
Give me my money.
and that's why the Texans have 1 win on the season.
Yeah, 1.5.
1.5. Jaguars put up 36 points on the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
They put up that many points on the Titans.
Look at that. He caught it with the top of his head.
Caught it with the top of his helmet.
Yeah. See how much better everybody's wide receivers are? The Giants can't even catch it with their hands. These
Yo,
guys are catching it with their helmets.
yeah, that's what I be trying to tell people, man. Because a lot of fans, just like the Knicks, they just watch the Knicks. So a lot of Giants fans, they aren't really fans of the whole NFL. They just watch the Giants. So they don't really know how bad our wide receiving core is. We literally have the worst wide receiving core in the entire NFL football league.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
So what do you think about these Knicks, man? Because I hate fans that like that if the Knicks win, let's say like my mother-in-law, the first thing I saw her yesterday, right? She said, "Oh, Efren, I know she's Haitian, by the way." So
Okay.
she's like, "Oh, Efren, you must be so happy and the Knicks win again." And I was like, "Oh my god,"
I mean, people like winning, man. Like I said, a lot of people don't watch like the rest of the league, so
Yeah.
a win is a win. People want to feel good, man. You got to think about who we are. Like we have to, I don't know, we have to take every win and loss with a grain of salt because we have to always worry about where our organization is heading because we haven't won anything. Like we have to watch games differently than a lot of other people do.
Yeah. I hope the organization watches the games a little bit different too, because like say like casual fans, oh the Knicks won three straight, yeah, I must they must be on their way back. But like we watch the games day in and day out, so we have a different perspective on what's happening. You know what I'm saying. So I'm hoping that the front office sees that too, and don't see the game the way my freaking mother-in-law sees the game.
Right. Exactly.
Because not for nothing too. Like even with this squad, I think like the next 4 games with the Knicks, we might be able to sweep the next 4 games too.
Yep. But then that second half of the season come,
Right.
it's gonna be a little different. Salute to Sim. I just got a notification. He's gonna be on in like a half an hour to talk about the Knicks. So if anybody wants to watch the pregame show, go to NBK. Matter of fact, I got some links here. Let me give you Eru's link. Check out Die Hard Knicks. You going on tonight?
Yeah, I'll go on. I'll probably go on at 6, but I gotta take something. So I can feel something happening. So I gotta like start preparing myself.
Yeah, man. If you don't if you don't come on, I know you put the little message out on YouTube saying you're not gonna have a stream, and everybody be straight if you sick, bro. Like you good.
Yeah.
And let me get anybody want to check out Sim at NBK pregame joint, and he does the post game. I'll put the link in the chat for anybody that's watching who's not familiar with NBK and Sim and everything that he does over there.
You know the thing about the streaming stuff, man, is that like I'm at work all day thinking about streaming. You know,
Yep.
I'm at work. Like I literally worked 12 hours yesterday, and I was all day thinking about the streaming. Like, damn, when can I get something else in? I got something out. I'm preparing for it. Am I gonna be able to get it out before the next show? That type of thing.
Hmm.
You know? It's
Yep.
crazy.
So
So
now they're showing a play on the Dallas in the Dallas game. Wait, hold on. Look like the Giants. I passed the Giants. The Giants scored.
am I like a soothsayer or something? Didn't I say like the Giants should score just so it look a little bit better?
We definitely score. I didn't even pay attention to the score changing on the scoreboard. We got right there in front of us. Like it's
And they
48-22 now.
and they went for two.
And he went for two and got it.
Yep.
The crazy part is we watching Red Zone and they didn't show nothing. Like it was that bad.
Yeah, they say, man, they lost, man. The hell with it.
I think they're gonna show. I guess because the other games are close games. Because red zone is supposed to show everybody that's in the red zone any touchdown that's being scored. And we're watching red zone. We ain't getting no score yet. At least if they didn't show it yet.
Yeah, they probably unplugged the equipment in the Giants game.
They didn't even know the Giants scored, yo.
Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys just scored. They just marched 99 yards in like a minute and a half, and they're going to beat the Texans now,
Yeah. Giants are officially over 48-22.
48-22. Okay. Yeah, man. See, I was wondering. Hopefully, we can actually see that touchdown and what happened on red zone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Maybe
man.
not. Now that this game is over.
I'm hoping I could slide you some money, man. Maybe I might give you 10% just for giving me two picks. So it's
Word.
not gonna be much, but $20 might be more than 10%.
Kareem giving you the well wishes.
Okay. The Kareem is the man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. This spring, we always talking about doing get-togethers and stuff, man. We really need to do that. You know?
Do something, man. Because we don't live that far away from each other.
Yeah, I mean, taking a trip to Philly, one time, or maybe to like, to see a Washington game because we got some
Look,
games coming up.
they showing our touchdown. Tyrod Taylor, Richie James on the right side of the field.
He got a concussion though.
And he got a concussion because like he got hit in the head as he was catching a touchdown by one of the safeties.
Yeah,
So it was a flag because of targeting, but he actually caught the ball and yeah, we scored.
yeah.
So it's the final. Let me go through the stats real quick. Giants lose 48-22. Uh, do their stats real quick. Jalen Hurts over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Miles Sanders almost 150 yards, 8 yards a carry. Jalen Hurts over 70 yards, 11 yards a carry. AJ Brown and Smith. I actually thought they was going to get close to 100 yards, but they didn't because I think they actually. I don't know if they played the fourth quarter. In terms of the Giants, pedestrian day from everybody. Y'all see the stats. Daniel Jones, 168 yards. 169 yards. 1 touchdown. Tyrod Taylor actually. Oh, we missed Tyrod Taylor actually running the ball. He had 2 carries for 40 yards that we missed. Saquon, like I said, he was hurt. Pretty much a decoy all day. 9 carries for under 30 yards at 3 yards a carry. Daniel Jones, couple scrambles. Richie James just scored a touchdown. So, you know, seven receptions for 61 yards and 1 touchdown. Those stats are kind of skewed because of that 1 touchdown at the end of the game. Darius Slayton pretty much didn't do anything. Isaiah Hodgins, I actually like Isaiah Hodgins, man. I actually want him to latch on with the Giants and actually be in our wide receiver room going forward. I really like him. Like to come off the street and do what he's done for us. He scored a touchdown in the last 2 games that I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's actually going to be pretty good. Big, young, fast wide receiver. He just isn't seasoned, and he just got here. So I
Yeah.
don't even know if he knows all the playbook yet. So don't let's just say he can be a lot better than what he is going forward. So I actually want him to stay with the team. I actually like him. Defense,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna go through defense stats. They almost scored 50 on us, so I'm not gonna disrespect people by doing that.
But
Oh man.
the key you're talking about, the wide receiver, for him to come up in a season like this, is just some good character building. Because next year, I think the Giants are going to be good next year. You
Yep.
know,
So
so
imagine when we actually get like 2 or 3, like our wide receiving room is trash. Like we are going to have like new weapons next year. We
yeah,
have a lot of money in the off season. The only thing is not that many wide receivers, good wide receivers on the list, on the free agent list. OBJ is definitely one of them. He's going to be one of the top 5 wide receivers available. So, since he's already familiar with the organization, hopefully we'll grab him and it won't be too big of money. Grab somebody else, draft another wide receiver. Hopefully, Isaiah Hodgins, even though I like him, he'll be like our 4th wide receiver next year.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, so far so good, man. I'm sweeping the whole beginning of the afternoon. So we got
Nice.
yeah, we got the 49ers tonight with the Tampa Bay. You got Miami and the Chargers, and then basically the 3 games that you that you said you picked the teams for me.
Yep.
So hopefully we win tonight.
Those are my picks, man. Who I say? Miami. Who else I say? Miami, Seattle,
Hmm.
and who else is playing?
49ers,
49ers. Who the 49ers are going up against?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I see. Like Tom don't get hit that often because they get the ball out quick, but San Fran probably got like the best defense in the league right now.
Yeah. The Chiefs versus the Broncos. That should be a win too.
Oh yeah, you definitely pick the Chiefs. Like Broncos not going to beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. So we should get some bread today. Hopefully, man.
Hopefully, man, we'll see. I want my $20 too. I ain't playing.
It was like a quarter tank of gas.
Word is like it's like a lunch. It's like a nice little lunch. You know what I'm saying? It's more than lunch, but
And
yeah.
that's some Uber Eats right there. You order like one, let's say broccoli and garlic sauce with
Yep.
white rice, and that's $20 now.
Right. That's just how I think the pandemic did that. Everything's higher now,
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy
yeah,
because people are making less money, but stuff getting high. I don't know how that works, but it works, I guess.
yeah. Freaking bastards.
It is pouring here where I'm at still. If you listen carefully, because I have a good microphone, if you listen real carefully, you can hear like the rain hitting my like windows and stuff. It's crazy. Like, I ain't going nowhere now.
Yeah. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
So Ebro, you going on? Knicks come on and win. When the Knicks play? 6?
Yeah.
6 o'clock? So you
Yeah, I'll
don't
be
know
on.
what you. Oh yeah, you gonna be on.
Yeah, I'll
Salute to
definitely be on.
big up everybody in the chat real quick. Salute to Geraldine, Kareem, Andy came through, Tone came through for like the first time. That was dope. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody.
Yeah, but Tony ain't low. I think he came through the last couple times,
Yeah.
just jumping in and saying, "Yo, Black, it's time," you know.
And they dip off real quick because I don't even know if he watched football. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of people on Knicks in the Knicks world aren't really football fans, which is cool too.
Well, he's another one though. He's working. You know, he works a lot of hours and stuff. So he probably just catching us, real
Right,
quick, while in between shifts and that type of thing.
right. You'll be amazed how many people don't have enough time just because of working and stuff. You can't go all in on more than one sport. Depends on how much time you have. Like I just so happen to have time. Like I'm like nuts about both teams.
Yeah, I can tell you like the most weirdest places that I done stopped to watch a game.
Hmm.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Like while I'm supposed to be working, and I literally found a spot where I can watch the game and stuff. It's crazy. You know, just to catch your favorite team, man. You like little kids. You know, that's like one of the little like as an adult, it's like one of like the few things that you have that you could be like a kid.
Yep. Especially salute to everybody that work on weekends. I don't work weekends, so all the games that you guys miss. Because I'm a big college basketball and college football fan too. So on Saturdays, I'm usually watching games, like multiple games on multiple screens on both sports. So if I work Saturdays, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be able to do what I want to do. So it looks like I remember I said I don't have any faith in the Vikings. It looks like they're losing or they're going to lose to the Lions.
Yeah, I bet right too.
Yeah,
I
that's
bet
what's up.
like
Like I don't have any faith in the Vikings, man.
yeah,
Even though they're 10-2,
they got the trash uniform. That's why I hate that uniform.
the purple ones.
Matter of fact, those are two of my least favorite uniforms. I like the Lions and the Vikings.
Why? I actually like the Lions. Lions not that bad.
It's like they're wearing like long johns out there.
Yeah, why they got the matching socks with the pants? Yeah, I don't like the all blue. You know what I mean? You got to throw some silver or white in there. They got like the silver helmets with the all blue hookup today. I don't like that.
I mean, those jerseys look like it has a hole to pee out of in the front. Okay? You know?
Yo, they got pajama unis on, fam. That's crazy.
They get their uniforms from Old Navy and shit.
Ah, their uniforms got the flap on the back when they use the bag. We got the with the buttons like the old school, like the Ebenezer Scrooge joints.
Yeah. I always like the Broncos, all the styles, the old school one, and even the one they're wearing now,
Oh, really?
in the navy blue with the orange. Always thought that was dope.
See, I like the other ones better. I like the older ones with the bright orange and the bright blue better more than I like these. But
Yeah, me too.
those are cool too though.
Yeah, yeah. I got a picture somewhere where I had a Broncos jersey and I had on matching Tims, fucking orange Tims, like the Tims were made out of like almost like a not basketball, but it was like a different kind of like spongy kind of material, and
Where you get
I
those
matched it
from?
perfect, huh?
You
What?
where you get those?
I
Well,
don't know.
never mind, because you live. See, I don't live in New York City, even though
Yeah.
I'm from like we're from the same place, but I moved, so it's mad stuff that you can get that I can't get. Where you get them twins from? Yo?
Yeah, but I mean that was a long time ago. I'm talking about like I was in my early 20s when that happened.
Right, you got them made. Like where you get the custom tins, the basketball tins from?
I went in, I got them. So in New York, right, like you said, New York City, like you can just pop into any store and then
Right,
you'll see some shit like, what the fuck, you
exactly.
know? And then you just cop them, like you just like those. I had them in my closet, waiting for the right time. So I think the Broncos might have been winning that year or something like that. So I just put that together.
That's funny. And you're not a Broncos fan. You just like fuck it. I like the uniform, so I'm gonna buy these basketball tins.
Yeah, I was looking cool, man. I had the jersey on, I had some dark jeans with it,
Yo,
you
the
know.
things that we do for girls, yo. Like
That's
going out to the clubs. Yo, remember when we would see? We're the same age, so remember when like rayon shirts came out when we was teenagers? Oh,
Yep.
what? Couldn't tell me nothing with a rayon shirt.
Yeah. I know.
That's when we was going to dances.
Yep. Going to the jams.
Yep, going to the jams, man. The Y parties. We used to go to those a lot.
Yeah.
Like where I'm from, or well, not where I'm from, where I'm at, or where I grew up. You know, the YMCA just like every other city, but the YMCA actually used to hold youth parties, like youth
Yeah.
dances and stuff. Like when you're in the eighth grade, seventh grade, go there, not try not to talk to no girls
Yeah.
because we
I've been to one of
scared.
those. I've been to one of those, man. But like the YMCA that I went to is in well, it's technically East New York because it's like on what's that, like Highland, by Highland Park over there, if anybody's familiar with that.
Mhm.
So anyway, one time they tried to do that, and they had to close the doors and not let anybody in or out because of what was happening at the freaking party. They locked us in the party. We was good though, but they locked us in there because there was still shit going on outside. They had to wait for the police to come to like clear the area so people could leave.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I ain't
and
never been to a lock-in party.
yeah, I never forget that, man.
Yeah, I want to be able to get out if I want to get out, bro.
Yeah, but they had to do that because, like, I mean, we didn't have gangs back in the days, but it just that there was dudes outside acting up really really bad out there. You know what
Right?
I'm saying? They kind of just locked us in
Like you
temporarily.
had games, but they weren't like, I don't know. Like the Decepticons were not like the Crips and the Bloods. It was a little different.
Yeah, they were. It was more like crews. They were like crews,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, it's a little different. They weren't like gangs.
Yeah. Like in Flatbush, like if you go through like the '90s or like different, different areas in Flatbush, whatever, they had guys that just run those areas. They had a
Hmm.
fly crew and freaking, whatever you can go, you could
Right.
reference.
See, it's not like living in New York. It's not like living like on the West Coast. If you're in a gang, you're in New York. That's just you really wanted to be in one.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
It's like,
saying?
oh man,
Like that was your choice. Like you really wanted to be in one, bro.
that's a buck. It was like a bucket list shit. Oh man, I really want to be in a
Yeah,
gang.
I gotta be in a gang, man.
Yeah, they got people. Yo, no joke. They got dudes that are like in their 40s, man. That's like just coming into the gang, just
See,
joining,
yeah, we call
in
those
their 30s and
yeah,
stuff.
we could call those losers era. Like that's a different conversation. That's nuts.
Yeah. Like damn, like just be a Knicks fan. If you want to be a part of like a crazy fan base, just be a Knicks fan.
Yeah, just let that be your gang and gang bang on Tom Thibodeau's head or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Leon Rose. You know what I'm saying? Don't not for
Yeah,
your brethren.
yeah. Join the RJ Hive or something like that.
Now that's a gang.
That's a game.
That's a gang. RJ
Yeah, man.
definitely has a hive, man.
Yeah, so I mean, Giants lost, man. So who the Giants play next?
I think we have the Commanders again. We played them again. Like I said before, the NFL messed up the schedule. It seemed like, and have like on our end, we played the Commanders, the Eagles, the Commanders. But on the Commanders' end, their schedule reads Giants, bye week Giants. So they play the same team twice.
Right.
That hardly ever. I don't. I've been watching football for a very, very long time. I've actually never seen that happen before.
Yeah.
That is a huge advantage for the Commanders because that means they pretty much have 3 weeks of studying the Giants. like, the- like, like even though we tied them, like if we lose, well, no, if we beat them, I don't even know. That's a terrible coaching job by Ron Rivera. If if they can't, they supposed to beat us handily next year. I mean next week.
Yeah. They should be obsessed as soon as they come in there. What was the name of that movie with Omar Epps, the football movie?
The program.
The program. Remember the program? The guy, cause yo man, you fucked my sister, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how that should be on the
Yep.
line.
Yep. Just making up stuff just so you can motivate yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, all they've been doing is watching tape of these guys. Yo man, would you sit up on my mother?
He's like, man, he was
Kill
like,
you.
man, he was like, what? I don't even know your sister. I don't know your mother. What's happening? like, like, man, no, I don't know them at all.
Yeah. But
Ah,
hopefully
that's
we
funny.
whip them, man. Because I mean, it was a nice even matchup when we played them. So hopefully we can beat them
Yeah,
next week.
it's a nice even matchup because their quarterback is a backup quarterback
Yeah,
because they
but
have
it's like
weapons
flip.
and say that
Yeah.
again.
Well, I was gonna say it's like flip because they do have a bye week, so they got to prepare for us. But they also haven't played football in a while. So the Giants are just coming off of getting their ass whooped, so they're gonna want to show up the next day to make sure they win too. So
That is true. We did get our ass whooped today, so there should
yeah,
definitely be more motivation in the locker room to beat the Commanders next week.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
So might as well end the stream here, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Again, the Knicks play at 6 o'clock. All of us here are Knicks fans. That's usually watching the stream anyway. So yeah, check Eru out, Die Hard Knicks. I'm already put his link in the chat at 6 o'clock. Oh well, nah, you might not be going on at 6, but the game started at 6. You know, you're doing halftime or the whole thing.
I'll do the whole thing.
Oh snap! We're gonna have a treat tonight, folks.
You're gonna watch me going in and out of mute,
Yeah,
because I'll be coughing and all kind of stuff.
yeah. I'm gonna be in the chat like yo. I'm be in the chat laughing my ass off because I know you go crazy probably like by the second quarter if we're not playing well.
Second quarter, you talk about like we're halfway through the first quarter or something like that. The Knicks
You
drive
know,
me crazy, man.
RJ. I know one thing. RJ drives you nuts, yo. I can tell. Like you really don't like RJ.
He's trash though, man. He's so bad. Obi Toppin, I actually got into an argument yesterday about Obi Toppin because everybody knows I'm a Knicks fan. They saw me in a commercial now, so now I'm hot at work now, right? So as soon as I come in there, it's like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, man. It's like God damn it. So I come in there and they go, yo, man, yo, Obi Toppin got hurt, man. What you gonna do without Obi Toppin? This, that, the other. They going crazy. Listen, man, Obi Toppin sucks. Oh, what you mean Obi Toppin sucks? What you gonna do? And we get into like a gang fight, like just like that. So let me swipe in, please. You know what I'm saying? Let me wash my hands. Let me get settled. And these guys are just popping off, going crazy about Obi Toppin at work.
You see, that's the thing. Like where I work at, like I work with a lot of women, right? I'm like the only man in my whole department, right? So
Right.
usually, for the most part, they just leave me alone. Especially when it comes to like sports. Even though some of them are like sports fans, they don't never mess with me because I'm like the only dude in the department. So they probably don't want to get into a real sports conversation. So they'll never have sports conversations with me. So I'll
Yeah.
never have to go through that ever. So like yeah, like I don't have to talk about the Knicks when I'm not talking about the Knicks with y'all.
Right.
So a lot
But
of people going at work to work like 6 o'clock in the morning. You got to worry about Obi Toppin fans. It's nuts.
yeah, it's just casual New York fans because they don't follow the Knicks. They don't follow nothing. They just watch ESPN. Whatever they just saw on the ticker just
Right.
now, they're gonna come at me about something. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Well,
especially everybody knows that you have a channel.
right. Now they know. Because they see me on that commercial. Yeah,
Right.
that commercial is the gift that keeps on giving, man. But I hope I can, get some money off that shit. God damn,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? To get some opportunities from that.
When I even though I haven't had the show in so long, people argue with me about music all the time just because of bars and shots. It's not the Knicks or the Giants stuff yet.
Yeah.
People know
I,
me more for talking about music than talking about sports so far.
yeah, I miss that show, man. Cause like I told you, I used to listen to it all the time. I used to like the way you guys was going back and forth with us. So
Yeah, man, I actually think I am going to start up something else. I just don't know when. It will probably be in the top of next year, if if anything. I just have to. I don't know.
organize.
I know myself, so I just want to make everything right.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm with
gonna
it,
be,
man.
but it's gonna be dope if I do start it though.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm into talking about whatever.
Yeah, man. I want to have something like something we can actually talk about real topics.
Yeah.
Be on here just saying anything and yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope. I just have to know the parameters and see, who would be available to do it because I don't want to do it by myself because I want to have a community and actually talk to people while we're doing it because I don't know a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the hip hop culture podcasts I found there aren't live.
Right.
Most podcasts that you see, all the big ones like maybe Joe Button, Drink Chance, Math Hopper, $1 Million Worth of Game. I don't know if a lot of people know, none of them are live. They don't never have any live interactions while they're talking. So,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to figure out, how we can talk about the same topics, and listeners can actually, be part of the pod at the same time because we will have, live interaction with people.
Yeah. That's the thing, I mean, they're all following the same format. They're basically following Vlad TV's format,
Yeah.
where they just like show clips, show clips, show clips, and then they'll drop the whole episode like 2 weeks later.
Right. See,
That's it.
I don't want to do that. I want to have a real interactive pod. So, just have a community just like all the sports pods have. The hip
Yeah.
hop pods have not done that. At least not none that I know of so far.
Yeah.
They don't have a community like that. They have like a commenting community. Like they'll drop the episode and a lot of people will be in the comments
Right.
saying the stuff that they've heard from the show already, but not in real time though. I don't know that many hip hop podcasts that does that, or hip hop culture podcasts, I should say, because it's not just music. I want to be talking about other stuff too,
Yeah. I think that's definitely something missing from the whole thing.
right? Like the Brittany Griner situation, even though it's a sports thing, it's not really a sports topic though. To be honest, it just so happened the athlete is involved, but it's not a sports topic. So a lot of a lot of sports podcasts have not talked about it at all.
Right. That's like an international incident, though.
Yeah, that's always different. It just so happened to just have a athlete involved, but it's not a sports story.
Yeah.
But I
I
want to
mean,
be able to talk about stuff like that too.
yeah, definitely. So I mean, like if you do it, I'm ready. I'm ready to do whatever.
Yeah,
You
this
know what
should
I'm
be
saying?
good, man. This should be dope, man.
If
Get
somebody
some
just
people.
called me on freaking the Die Hard Knicks number. I don't know who did that.
The Die Hard Knicks number. You have your own separate number. Like when did you do call-ins? I don't remember call-ins. Oh yeah, you did used to have call-ins.
Yeah, I used to do call-ins and stuff, but I mean, the call-ins, I would have the call-ins. Some people will call in a lot, and then people just wasn't calling in no more. So I said, fuck it then. I ain't gonna, keep saying, hey, call in, and you motherfuckers ain't gonna call in. So the hell
Right.
with you.
Matter of fact, salute to Marvin, man. I know he probably not gonna be ever look at this or whatever, but remember Marvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin would call in. He's not even a Knicks fan. Call in and talk for like a whole half hour. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin's cool. Cool
Yeah,
guy.
you gotta respect stuff like that. I actually like stuff like that. Like he wasn't even a Knicks fan, but he'll call into Knicks shows
Mhm.
and talk Knicks. Just
I like
cause.
call-ins, man. I like interacting and talking to people and stuff. But
Yep.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, okay, wait for a phone call, and nobody calls.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like,
That's why I
yeah,
wanted. That's why I wanted to actually have the have the live podcast when it comes to the hip hop culture stuff too. Because
yeah,
just because you can go back and forth with people, or you can have call-ins.
yeah.
And I might get that popping too, and it'd be actually real subjects to talk about. Hey, San Fran and Tampa Bay is actually starting now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, man, I'm gonna be sweating the rest of the night. Well, I'm saying I just looked at it. It's only gonna be like 260. I'm gonna get like 260 tonight if I sweep all the games.
How
Um,
much you put up? Oh my God!
I think I put up 20. Did I
The
put up?
the third string quarterback for San Fran, Purdy, he just got blasted on the very first play of the game because, like I said, he's new, so he
Yeah.
might not know the protections really well, and you could tell he
Damn.
did not know the protection really well. See, that's why I said a quarterback is the hardest and most important position in sports, man. And it ain't about just throwing the ball. That's his fault
Yeah.
because he was supposed to know where that blitz was coming from, and he didn't.
Yeah. He saw at the last second enough to get the ball out of that hand.
Right? He could have got hurt for real.
Yeah.
He got blasted, man.
He's a third string quarterback, right?
Yeah,
Damn, they're gonna need a fourth string after that if he could
yeah,
get hit like that.
exactly. I don't even know. Like if he goes down, I don't know who the backup is. Trey Lance was the first string. He got hurt like the first week of the season. Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt last week, so Purdy is the third one coming in, and I don't even know. Look at that. Yeah, they San Fran gonna be bad, yo.
Damn.
So I don't know, but they have the best defense in the league. So
Right.
we'll see. If they were a good coach, they'll still win games just like we have. So we'll
Right.
see.
We'll see, man. That dude Purdy, he gonna be dirty by the end of this
Right.
game.
He got killed that first play. I'm surprised he even still in the game. Like he's tough.
That shit was like that dude was running like that dude from freaking what's it called? Boys in the Hood.
Oh, you talking
He
about
was,
Ricky?
yeah, he was running like Ricky. Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. So yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. Be off again. Yeah, next week we play the Commanders. So I'll be here crunch time, like you said, halftime to crunch time, just like Die Hard Knicks and Eru.
Yep.
Yeah, go to Eru, 6 o'clock for the game and the Knicks, man. Check y'all out. Peace.
Yep. Peace.